gang. Got my man Joe here again, the man himself, the myth, the legend.
Too much.
So today we're gonna give some information about the difference between training and working out. So we'll talk about how we see it, and then we'll do a second video on how we can help you see it a different way. So Joe, how do you see working out versus training? Like, what's the difference in your mind?
I say like training, there's goals behind it, there's purpose behind it.
Okay.
You have to hold yourself accountable. It's a different mindset than working out. I think working out is you go to the gym, you do some type of exercise, you're I wouldn't say busy in the gym, because a lot of people that go work out that aren't really busy. They're talking with friends, they're on their phone between sets, they're scrolling through Instagram. In my opinion, that's working out.
Okay.
If you're not fully committed to what you're doing, but you're there, you're doing something, you're working out, you're doing some type of physical activity, that's going to the gym working out. But when you're training, like when you pull into the establishment that you're training at, your mindset, there's a switch that goes off that goes, oh, now it's business. Now it's no longer, I don't care about social media, I don't care about the text messages I have, I don't care about my outside surroundings. I have a goal, I have a purpose, and this needs to happen during this training session. Again, accountability and goals happen in training. Working out is going to the gym and sweating and doing movements.
I like that.
What about you?
For me, similar. For me, training is more so keeping a track of a journey. So for me, if I have a 4-week block, each week is almost like a training week for me. So for me, it's logging. What
To my heart when you said that, logging.
Logging what I hit for numbers, logging now, like, did I have enough sleep? Did I eat enough?
Those are the journal.
Yeah, so I'm big into journaling just in general. For me, training looks like logging that. The second one, like you said, mindset. For me, as soon as I get upstairs to lighting, I literally start to say, like, feelings, whatever you feel right now does not matter when you go through the door.
100%.
Right? It doesn't mean I don't have feelings, but when you go through the door, it doesn't matter. For that reason, I'm looking at training as I'm building on a journey, right? The journey is to get, for me right now, to get stronger, to get better, and to learn from what's going on. So I look at it as like it's an environment of learning and being on a journey. Working out doesn't look as strict.
Mm-hmm.
Working out is more so just if I get to the gym, I get there.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I don't go all out on this set, that's cool. Yeah. So it's a deeper commitment than just training. And I'm not saying that working out is bad. There's been times where I just had workouts where, like, I could not turn my mind off, and they've been workouts. But my goal is to be training, because what I get from it is greater than a workout.
Mm-hmm.
If I only depend on a workout, then I'm gonna start chasing like every new exercise that comes out, Bosu ball, handstand walks.
Oh, cool Instagram stuff.
Yeah. The kickbacks are not gonna get you good glutes, so don't.
You heard it here.
Just stop
Squat.
that. Yeah, squat.
Yeah.
But that's how I look at it. So when did you start transitioning from workout to training?
Well, I started working out when I was like 16, 17, like basement, gym weights, your dad's weights in the garage,
Yeah.
like that. And then I had a bodybuilder come talk to me in the gym one day. I was like 17, 18, and he was like a WNBF pro, and he was a really cool guy, and he started talking to me about like, oh, you should try this, blah, blah. We're talking about like bodybuilding and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, it's kind of, no offense, I was like, it's kind of gay. I don't want to get on stage and like, I thought, so yeah, I'm all right. But then he's like, well, I think you would enjoy like training like this. And then when I went to go work out in the beginning, it wasn't like I wasn't off track. I was still concentrating on what I was doing, but it wasn't as serious and methodical as it is now. So once he talked to me about like working out and training, I looked at it a little bit more seriously. And then I started logging lifts, writing down the exercise I was doing, making sure the reps and sets. It became more serious. It became more of a like, this is now, and I personally feel like if you train, you have to look at this as a job. This is a job just as much as your other job. If you have a goal, like if you want to be a professional athlete, or if you have a meet that you want to make numbers happen, like you have to treat this as a job. It has to have there has to be a different mindset. Again, like we talked about before, it's a mental thing. You know, I just want to bring this up when you're talking about environment. When you're talking about like environment, the places that you go when it comes to training, it's like you can have an environment where there's a bunch of people talking and bullshitting on their phones, having a good time, and still be the one that's head down, training hard, doing what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, because when you said environment, it just clicked in my head, because Lightning's a different gym. Like, this is like, this is where we go to train. But if we go to like a commercial gym, 90% of the people are talking with each other on their phones. You can still be serious and get the work in there.
Absolutely.
If you're making your environment. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I think with that, me and Joe both go to Lightning, but I think we officially met at, I wouldn't say the names, I don't want anybody getting.
I was gonna say, okay, yeah.
Fired.
Yeah. Some other place.
Well, we met at a place where it wasn't really training.
Yeah.
It was more so I take a set, I'm gonna take a 10-minute walk, I'm like that. But
really quick, we're saying that wasn't us. It was the other.
Wasn't us.
Yeah. Just making that clear.
With that, we looked at each other like, okay, train.
He's about it.
He's about it. Nah. So that's how we actually started talking to each other.
Mutual respect of what we're doing.
But for me, like Joe said, that workout versus the training, for me when it happened was I used to go to Cardio Express when I first started. And this bodybuilder came up to me, we called him Big Mo. And I was like, dude, how do I get big? Like, I need to get way bigger. I was like about 150 pounds. And he was like, you gotta get out of this gym. And I was like it's 5 minutes from my house. He's like, you need to go to Ghost Gym. And I was like, nah, it's too serious, dude. He was like, first thing he said was, you're not gonna get bigger in a gym where no one is ever training serious around you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I now I see that like you can get results if you wanted to add. I was gonna say Planet Fitness, but you gotta work very different.
Yeah, you
gotta work different.
Yeah,
very different.
But you think about it as like quarantine. We had nothing. We still
True. It's not gonna be like the cream of the crop like Lightning, but you can do something.
Yeah, 100%.
So at that time, that's what I needed. As I've learned, you could have did it. I could have did it there, but I needed to see people training a little bit harder. So for me, that's when I switched from working out to training. All of a sudden, I was like, let's log workouts. Let's track where we're going. Let's eat more. I needed to eat more because I wanted to gain weight.
100%.
And let's train through being comfortable. Like, I cannot quit every set because I start to breathe heavy.
Now, see, when you just said comfortable, that clicked like a light bulb in my head. I think that's a huge difference between training and working out. When you're training, you're uncomfortable throughout almost the entire session. When you're working out, I don't think you're ever uncomfortable because you don't push yourself to the limit. Yeah,
you always don't need to be because you know you're going to have a 10-minute break.
Yeah, how is that pushing? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So this is where it switched for me now. I watch people train also. So in between my breaks, I watch what's going on around me to learn, to pick up stuff and to see people's things. And literally, if you ever saw Joe work out, right, it's like a movie. It's just like
appreciate it. Too kind.
He's there. Once he's finished, it's as if like he transported to the next exercise. But you don't see the mindset wavering. Like, you know how you see someone who be like, oh, I hate this exercise, and they go approach it totally different than you don't have to love every exercise.
Yeah, you know, like some of them are gonna suck.
Yeah,
you gotta do it.
I hate squatting.
Yeah,
but I do it.
Yeah. 100%.
But you can when I watch Joe train, whatever. We usually don't train around the same times. But when I do see him train, you get to see like his mindset going with him from the beginning of that workout, from the first exercise to the next exercise, and it's staying the same. I also think too, you don't also see. I also see you. You probably don't see me a lot walking around hollering, yelling, getting like super hyped.
Nope.
That's cool for like a set. Yeah, but save it because you need it for like the rest of the workout. So don't confuse that hype, a big football team around you as training. That's usually a workout. Like you're getting hyped for the gram. But the training is kind of like we both love Dorian Yates.
Yep.
You gotta shut everything out for a minute for that time period if you can.
The world is gone with this set.
Yeah. For that set, it's just you and that set. So we'll do a part 2.
That was good, bro.
Dude, we got